In this video, we're going to look at creating a water volume. Now, if you remember when we set up our terrain before, I asked you to create an indented area that we could create our water volume in. So navigate to wherever you created that area, and we're going to come over to our roll-up bar to our first Objects tab, Area, and then Water Volume down here at the bottom. I'm going to come over and click in, and click in again, and you should be getting that purplish line in between. And click in again, and click in again. And maybe over here, wherever you want to stop, and however many points you want to make, double click on the last point. And now we have our water volume. We can navigate around and have a look at this. Now your water volume will be created at whatever the lowest point is on here. So we will play with that a little bit, and we will look at editing this mesh. Now we can move some of these points. I'm moving the whole thing, and you know why? Because you have to come down here and hit Edit Shape. And then you can either select a shape and move just that corner, something like this. Or we can add in a point. And to add in a point, make sure Edit Shape is on. Hold down Control and click somewhere on the line where you want to add the point. We can bring this out here. Actually, we can bring it over here. We'll add in another point here. Bring this one over here. Basically, I'm making those purple lines disappear somewhere inside my terrain. Alright, now we've got our water volume set up. Let's add a material to it. So we're going to come back up, click on Custom Material, go to Materials, go to Ocean, and then choose a water that you want. Lake 01 is fine with me, or maybe even Ocean Pier. We'll try. I haven't tried this one yet, so we'll check it out. Go up and assign that to your selected object. And then figure out why you don't have a water volume. Alright, well, apparently it doesn't like Ocean Pier. I guess there's a reason I haven't played with it before. I'm going to pick Lake 1. I'm going to assign that. And there we go. We can already see we've got it in there. But it looks terrible. And part of that is, and pretty much all of that, is that the fog settings are fairly high on these when they come in. So let's go down. First of all, let's change up our fog color a little bit. And with all this green and brown, let's go hang out somewhere in the browns. Something like that. But now we're going to go in, we're going to take our fog density, which is at 0.1. Let's knock that down, say 0.05. Knock it down by half, maybe. And take our multiplier, which is at 1. Knock it down. And density back down to 0.3. Let's see what we got when we're down under here. Now, in the water doesn't look too bad. A little bit cloudy. Definitely cloudy outside. So let's take that multiplier down even further. That really dropped it off, but with our ocean, that's really more kind of what I want. When we're in there, we're still getting a little bit of haze. So that's pretty good. I like that. So that is how you create a water volume. And all you have to remember is that it's going to be created at the lowest point on your sets. You cannot, just like the river tool, you cannot run these up and down hills. So it's got to be very flat. You can also go in if you like and actually set your XY up here before you create your points, which will keep them on a level plane. But you could well end up having to adjust some heights anyway, depending on where you clicked. So not too big a deal either way. Last but not least, let's go in to our layers and let's create a new layer. And let's call this water volume. I'm getting that thing where my M key's not working again. Huh. And give it a color. Blue seems good for that. Okie dokie. And then let's go back into our entity and make sure we click on this particle effect sleeve. Since that was the last thing that was selected, that's where it got put, and we change it over to water volume. And with that, we're pretty much all set. Next, we'll look at putting some things in the water. See you in the next video.